the body and the brain learn differently. So the brain learns things through grasping concepts. We generally say that we know something or that we understand something when we are able to explain it in words and when we have a kind of clear and coherent idea of it inside of our heads. But this is very differently than how the body learns. The body learns through experience. So the body knows something is true when it has experienced it and it has formed a memory of that experience that lives again in the nervous system. So a big mistake that a lot of us make when we're trying to work with things like trauma or our physiological preferences is that we think just front-loading our brains with information will get us to the point where our body now trusts that it's safe to behave differently. And what I want to make clear is that I'm not knocking the conscious way of learning. The mind is very important for things like discernment and figuring out where we even need to do this work in the first place, but the body has to learn through experience. So if we want to build up our distress tolerance, we cannot simply front-load our brain with a bunch of information about triggers and the nervous system and how this all works. We have to actually go put ourselves in situations where we are making the choice to react differently than we have in the past. And then we have to stay present and associated for long enough that our body is able to log the experience as a memory of a time when we did something and stayed safe. And the thing that's really important to remember here is that we can be in a flight response mentally. So if I have a phobia of flying and I force myself to get on 100 airplanes, if I am just dissociating through the entire experience, my body is not going to log that flight as a memory of a time when I was safe because I was not relaxing into the experience and allowing myself to actually log in my body, I am safe here. Okay? Now, I want to once again be clear, safe does not mean I feel good. Safe does not mean I like this environment. Safe just means I am able to relax and be present and at choice about how I'm responding without my life being in danger. So our bodies learn distress tolerance not through the mind, but through the nervous system. And that's just one of the cardinal rules we're going to keep in mind as we talk about how to do the process of building this tolerance.